So here I have the 13-inch Alienware gaming laptop. This version retails for $950 on Amazon. It has the i5 and the 960M graphics card. It has two fans. It has an SATA slot and a SATA slot for a 3.5-inch hard drive. And I just want to say I'm very impressed by this computer. At first I didn't really think too much of it. I'm not actually using it personally, but it's kind of, I've had a couple of days with it. And it really is a very strong machine. And there are actually some things I like about, for example, the fact that it has an i5. It gets good battery life. I mean, 4 or 5 hours, maybe 6, if you stretch it a bit. So for a gaming laptop, this is pretty good. And it's also not very big. I mean, it's 13-inch, but it's actually smaller than it kind of seems due to its boxy shape. Other things overall, pretty much the only thing I don't like is the touchpad. It's one of these click pads, and right when you put your finger on it, you can kind of feel that, you know, it doesn't sit perfectly in place. And I've seen some others kind of complaining about the touchpad for it. But literally, this is pretty much my only complaint other than the general Alienware look, which I'm not really a fan of, but that's debatable. I mean, it's more of a personal preference. So some of the things that seem really great on this computer. One is the speakers are absolutely great. I mean, they're fantastic, especially for kind of like a budget gaming laptop. The screen, it's also a 1080p IPS screen. It's a matte display. It's very nice to look at. I was very impressed with it as well. And in fact, I'm kind of impressed with everything on this laptop for $950. I mean, it has a decent keyboard. It has like a little bit of flex, but nothing too major. It has two fans. It has Thunderbolt. It has HDMI, a headphone, microphone jack, 2 USB ports, which is, I mean, it'd be nice to have 3, but I guess you can make it through. It's not absolutely terrible. It's not really like a deal breaker, but it would be nice to have 3. So some other things about this computer is just, yeah, it's not a top-of-the-line gaming laptop, but it will pretty much play every single game on medium or high. And this is really fantastic to me. I don't have any games to show right now, but I tried Doom 3 and it ran perfect on medium and it looked absolutely fantastic. Also, PlanetSide 2 I tried, it ran on high quite well. And this is what this computer is really for. It's not for the person who wants to run every game on max settings, but it's someone who wants to have a small computer that has decent battery life, can be used for day-to-day things, and also game. And I'm really just impressed by how well it does this. It's really kind of like a small, nice package. It has that Alienware color selection, so I actually have this on the screen, but it has 8 areas of colors that you can select. So you can pretty much do multiple areas on the keyboard. You can change the Alienware logo. So for example, say I click on 7 for the Alienware logo. As you can see, it became red. So it has kind of a bunch of cool options like this you can play with. If this doesn't interest you, then I mean, it's not really a big deal. You can turn them off, but it's still kind of cool. So pretty much the only thing I am a little worried about this computer is that with Dell, I've had so many issues that if you don't have next day, business day warranty, I don't know if I'd want to purchase this as my main machine, but if this had 3-year next day, business day warranty, I think this would be a great deal. You wouldn't really have to worry about any motherboard problems or anything like that. And it really will do, I mean, literally this computer will do all the gaming you need. It's sleek, it's fairly thin, it really doesn't look bad. Even by Alienware standards, it's kind of simple. It's not trying to go over the top with anything, and I like that. So generally, I think if you're looking for a gaming laptop that's cheap, you really can't go wrong. At this price, there aren't many 13-inch gaming laptops, and obviously pretty much none of them will play the newest games in the highest setting, but I'm just impressed overall by Dell's offering. There's really nothing on this computer that I don't like. It has killer wireless. Literally, the touchpad is the only thing. If the touchpad was better, this pretty much would be a perfect machine, and maybe just get rid of a little bit of the keyboard flex, you can see. But I mean, it's really not that big of an issue. The keyboard is still good. It's kind of like the classic Dell style keyboard, so I really have no complaints with it. And I mean, it's just a fast machine. And one thing I also want to say is that I kind of like the fact that it has the i5, and this is simply due to the fact that since it's a 13-inch laptop, it creates less heat. It's dual core and more battery life. These are all things that are good in a 13-inch computer. So this is not, I don't see this kind of as a computer that's throwing the newest specs into a 13-inch laptop that's going to pretty much melt to death. Instead, it's just kind of modest specs, and the cooling, as I have tried so far, has been good. It never really felt hot on my lap. And yeah, once again, also the sound is very good. Anything you play, you'll have no issue having this on the table, even with some background noise watching a movie. Very impressive. So, yeah, if you try to pick up budget gaming laptop, I would recommend getting a warranty with Dell, just due to the amount of motherboard issues I've seen. But even without that, it's really quite a deal.